So thank you so much for speaking to ET Now. Obviously, the first thing that is in all of our minds is this beautiful car that's right behind us that was launched yesterday. Tell us about the highlights of this car, sir, and how you think it's going to fit into the Indian car market.
Right, so it's a big auto expo for Honda this year, and we have unveiled 3 products. And for the second generation all-new Amaze, it's the global unveiling. So it was a big day yesterday for us. And as you can see, it's a very attractive model, very bold styling. And this new Amaze is built on a new platform altogether, and it will be launched in the upcoming fiscal year. So 2-3 highlights about this product is that, of course, apart from its very stylish and bold looks, it's very spacious inside, and also it's a very, very safe car. And so I think the customers who buy this next fiscal year would really enjoy this product. In addition to this, we had 2 other big unveilings. The all-new 5th generation Honda CR-V and the all-new 10th generation Civic, which were also very well appreciated by the people who saw. So we are very excited about the upcoming fiscal year.
Right, so the budget that has passed fairly recently was an agricultural budget, a lot of focus on the rural areas. So what does Honda have in store for the rural markets in India, and where do we see the volumes coming from here, sir?
So, the word rural is fairly loosely defined, and different people have different interpretations of it. So if you're talking about small villages, of course, we don't have the range to cater to them. But if I talk about upcountry in general, we do have sales of our entire range in these areas. If you look at our dealerships in the tier 3 towns, incidentally we have dealerships in as many as 238 cities and towns across the country. So if I talk specifically about the cities where we have dealerships in tier 3, about 50% of their sales come from upcountry. So because our cars have very high what we call DQR, durability, quality, reliability, and now all our cars have also good ground clearance, and service is available across the country. So our range, while they are not rural focused, but we do have some business in the rural areas.
So taking that thought about the budget forward, were you disappointed that EVs were not mentioned in the budget at all? And despite this, what is the plan for Honda taking the EV idea and ecosystem forward? Was there like a problem to shift, to make the shift from BS4 to BS6 by 2020 and then moving on to EVs, a difficult transition, sir, and how do we see that panning out for Honda?
So first about the budget, of course we were hoping that at least hybrids would get some kind of benefit, because it's a very good transient technology towards full EVs, and that would have really served the country well, because there are 2 major challenges which this society is facing. One is pollution, the other is safety, and so we think that we should move towards a tax structure which is focusing on these 2 aspects, emissions and safety. So from that perspective, maybe there's a journey that we need to still traverse. As far as EVs are concerned, well, we are already preparing the India EV strategy. But having said that, there are 2 important components that we need to understand very well. First is, of course, the consumer, which we are already doing. The other very important aspect is the EV policy of our country, which we still don't know. So we have to align with both the policy as well as consumer requirements to make a successful business out of it. And that's why we are not in a position to share any details as of now. But having said that, at the Auto Expo, we have our entire range of future technologies and advanced technologies. We have showcased 2 EV concepts, the sports EV concept and the new V. In addition to that, of course, we have our Accord hybrid, which is a very advanced hybrid. And finally, we also have the Clarity fuel cell. Clarity fuel cell is a real green car, because there are only 2 outputs from the fuel stack. So the input is hydrogen, the output is electricity and water.
Right. So, do you think that the policy surrounding EVs right now is wishy-washy? On one hand, the government has intimated before that they want EVs by 2030, almost like a conversion to, if not 100%, at least like a majority of the portion. But then they are not giving us the policies that we need to be able to support that sort of conversion, sir. So, what do you think is the need of the hour? And if you had to say something to policymakers right now, what is your message to? What do you think that the auto industry needs right now, sir?
So I think it's very simple actually. Any policy, and especially the auto industry is a fairly long lead time industry and very high investment industry. So whatever policy is being prepared, three elements are very important, which should be transparent, very logical, and long term. That would really suit. So and it should be also kind of vetted technically and from various other perspectives so that we can work towards it, and I'm sure the government is doing that.
Right. So another initiative by the government, which they have been talking about for a long time, is in Make in India. But this time, the budget, they had increased the import costs of a lot of car parts and cars and bikes in general. So, do you think that this is enough incentive to Make in India, or as one of the auto players in this country, sir, do you think that we need more incentive?
Well, the auto industry does not really need incentives. We need a clear and a long-term policy, really. Changes every now and then. It's very damaging for the industry. But okay, now talking about Make in India, Honda has been making in India for over 20 years now, and except for the Accord Hybrid, which we sell in very small numbers, we manufacture all the cars in India in our two factories, one in Greater Noida and one in Tapukara, Rajasthan. And the other aspect of Make in India is localization. Okay, it's easy to import parts and just simply assemble here. So almost our entire range has over 90% localization. So there are some components that need to be imported because of technological reasons or because of economies of scale. Right. So there is no product which is 100% indigenous as of today. So from that perspective, increasing, maybe there were some revenue generation needs. So
a final question before I let you go. Considering that some beautiful cars have been launched today, and I'm sure there's a robust pipeline going forward in the next fiscal year, what is your plan and strategy to maintain your market share, sir, in the upcoming year?
So we have showcased and unveiled three new products for the Indian market. All would be launched in the upcoming fiscal year 2018-19. So and we continue to expand our dealership network, go closer to our customers. So we will not only maintain our market share, we are very confident that in the upcoming fiscal year we'll increase our market share.
All right. Thank you so much for speaking to TT Now, sir. Thank you.